Water Flows, a series of informational programs about water. Water Flows will look at a number of issues: water conservation, preservation, purification, and sustainable use. Today's program looks at vulnerable water. St. Lucia's tropical marine climate brings year-round warm, humid conditions and tropical storms and hurricanes during the rainy season. The weather is influenced by the Atlantic high pressure system, surface, mid and upper level areas of low pressure, the intertropical convergence zone known as the ITCZ, tropical waves, cyclones and the occasional frontal system. The amount of rainfall is primarily determined by the frequency and intensity of tropical waves, depressions, storms and hurricanes. Fresh water is a fragile resource. We cannot rely on an endless supply. Fresh water influences our prosperity and our quality of life. Any impact of climate change on the water supply has far-reaching repercussions on our economy and everyday life. While the demand for water continues to rise, reduced river flows during the dry season and high turbidity during the rainy season affect the supply of water. High infrastructural development and major commercial activity, as well as the migration of people, create a need for more water. The potable water supply, potable means drinkable, is affected by the increased destruction of upper watersheds, the increasing exploitation of rivers and wetlands, and an inefficient, inadequate, and aging water distribution network. Freshwater supplies are highly susceptible to normal climate variability. Periods of excess rainfall lead to flooding. During heavy rainfall, watercourses are susceptible to siltation. Periods of below normal rainfall lead to drought conditions. Anthropogenic activities, or activities carried out by humans, also affect the quality of our rivers and freshwater systems. Such activities include housing developments, agricultural soil and chemical contamination, water abstraction, sewage disposal, solid waste disposal, tourism, fishing, river sand mining, manufacturing, river bathing and washing, and the alteration of the water courses. St. Lucia is a volcanic island of impermeable rock. Impermeable means that water cannot pass through it, so little water flows into underground reserves. Our fresh water comes from surface sources in rivers, wetlands, streams, and springs. There are 37 main sources of surface runoff, but these are relatively small with steep slopes, so runoff happens fairly rapidly. 4 major potable water supply systems are in place: the Roseau Dam and Hill 20 in the north, and Grace and Beauséjour in the south. Gravity and pumping systems supply water to treatment plants where the raw water is treated, filtered, and disinfected. The southern Caribbean climate is influenced strongly by El Niño, that brings warmer and drier than average conditions, and La Niña, that brings colder and wetter conditions. Freshwater resources are strongly impacted by climate change that may give rise to increased flooding and droughts, changes in water temperature and water chemistry, and increased water erosion and sedimentation. Increased saltwater intrusion in low-lying coastal areas will follow a rise in sea level, reducing the quantity and the quality of potential potable water. Irrigation with brackish water most often destroys crops and ruins soils. Periods of increased rainfall result in a temporary increase in the water supply, but damage to water intakes, dams, and reservoirs leaves many without water or poor water quality. You've been watching Water Flows. Water Flows looks at a number of issues related to water, including water conservation, purification, and sustainable use. Join us for another program.